Hey guys, this is Sherry at this Gen X Life. Hey, I wanted to check in with you guys. There's a statistic that Fidelity puts out every year. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it estimates that a 65-year-old retiring today would need $165,000 to cover healthcare expenses. And I just wanted to kind of break that down because, we see that headline and we think, wow, that's a lot of money, on top of, what I'm trying to save for retirement and have a really long retirement. Let's say 30 years. You're 65 and you live to 95. So you've got a 30-year retirement ahead of you. And if you divide that $165,000 by that 30 years, you'll come up with around $5,500. Now I'm going to round everything off here, so to make it simple, but you'll have around $5,500 per year of retirement. Okay, now that's a little more, uh, easier to grasp, instead of that big figure. Then, you read more into the article, and that amount does also include Medicare premiums. And, the average Medicare premium is just under $200 today. So let's just round that off to $200. Say that, I don't know, $2,500 a year you spend in Medicare premiums. You take that out of that 5,500, so now you're left with 3,000 a year in actual healthcare expenses outside of insurance. And this is assuming that you don't have a Medigap policy, which would also take care of some of those expenses, but then you would also have a Medigap premium, so it kind of weighs out. But if you look at it that way, it doesn't seem so awful. And I know $3,000 isn't chump change, to spend a year either. But a lot of us, we're going to have really good years. Some of us are going to hit the lottery and not, have a lot of health problems at all until we die. But then there are others, that will spend more. The Fidelity estimate is, of course, an average. And I think there are mainly a couple of ways to maybe soften the blow of this expense a little bit. One would be to get an HSA account, and of course, Fidelity recommends that because they're in the business of managing HSA accounts. But then, if you could open an HSA account, it's a really good vehicle because it's triple tax benefits. I'm not even going to get into all of the particulars of it, but if you can invest money in there and leave it alone, don't take it out, let it grow, then you can use all that money tax free, to pay for those healthcare expenses. And then the other one I already mentioned was the Medigap policy, which, yeah, you'll spend from, extra on your monthly premiums, but maybe you'd rather have a set amount every month that you can count on with a Medigap premium rather than having surprise medical expenses. So you just have to kind of weigh that out, because from what I understand, Medigap covers what Medicare doesn't. So your healthcare expenses would be a lot less. So if you wanted to have a premium, an amount each month that you could budget for with no surprises, then a Medigap policy would maybe work. I know this doesn't even include long-term care, which is the big unknown for a lot of people. The costs of long-term care and even what that will mean, 20 years from now. But I just wanted to come on, break that figure down. I know it's coming up for us Gen Xers, for us to start really thinking about these things. And anyway, I hope you like that, and I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.